Hello, good day everyone. I am Janessa Mabasugisatam and we're going to discuss about the curriculum development models and processes. And my co-reporter is Marvin Tindahin and I will be the one first to discuss. So I hope you will listen attentively. Okay, let's start. Linear models of curriculum development. So, curriculum development models based on a clear and consistent understanding of various scholars of the nature of curriculum as a discipline and as a field of study. Linear models of curriculum. So, from the word linear, the root word is line. So, forming a straight line or something, the linear models of curriculum is straightforward. So, na siya alignment and wherein it is clearly stated the understanding of different characteristics of the curriculum. So, that is linear models of curriculum. Tyler's rational linear model, used for models whose steps proceed in a more or less sequential, straight line from beginning to end. So this model, naa siya steps to follow and naa siya process just like from the beginning to end. And originally, Tyler wrote down his ideas in a book, Basic Principles of Curriculum and Instruction, for his students to give them an idea about principles to making a curriculum. So the brilliance of Tyler's model is that it was one of the first models and it was still the highly simple model consisting of 4 steps. So there are 4 steps. Number 1, determine the school purposes, aka objectives. So step 1 is determining the objectives of the school or class. And in other words, what do the students need to do in order to be successful? Each subject has natural objectives that are indicators of mastery. And number 2, identify educational experiences related to purpose as developing learning experiences that help the students to achieve the step 1. So for example, if students need to meet the objective of writing an essay, so moto siya ang step 2. And the step 3 is the learning experience might be a demonstration by the teacher of writing an essay. So, the students that might practice or magsulat sila essay. So, the experience or the essay demonstration and writing, mahimo siyang consistent which the objectives student will write an essay. So, in organizing the experiences, the teacher demonstrate first or should the students let the students learn by writing immediately. So either the way could work and preference is determined by the philosophy of the teacher and the needs of the students. The point is that the teacher needs to determine a logical order of experiences for the students. So, step 4, evaluate the purposes. So, step 4 is evaluation of the objectives. So, example is ang teacher kay nag-assess siya sa students' ability to write an essay. So, daghan kayong mga ways to do this. For example, the teacher could have the students write an essay without assistance. Then, if they do this, na siya evidence nga ang students have achieved the objective of the lesson. So, that is Tyler's model. Next is Taba's Crossroads Rational Model, or known as Helda Taba 1962, a modified models of Tyler's models, and she pointed out that the nature of objectives determines what learning is to follow. She claimed that all curricula are composed of fundamental elements and could be made if there is diagnosis of needs. Si Helda Taba, gibuhat niya nga nga model is a multi-purpose teaching model that utilizes the use of multiple processes, listing, grouping, labeling, and regrouping, and synthesizing. So TABA is an inductive or teacher approach, and she believes that a teacher are aware of the students' needs, hence they should be the one to develop the curriculum. So ang main idea ani nga model is ang students are at the forefront to the curriculum. So, naapoy mga pros and cons ani nga model. So, ang TABA model nag-encourage siya sa higher order thinking skills in the classroom. So it allows students to start with a concept and dig deeper into that particular concept. So, ang focus ani is open-ended questions versus a right or wrong answer. The open-endedness of the question requires more abstract thinking from the students. So, challenge kay siya and make them more challenging. So, through this type of questions, ang classroom discussions become more relevant and nag-assist siya sa students to learning becomes easier. So, naapoy cons ani nga model. So, kani nga model is lisod kayo siya sa instructional method to grasp, making it more of a challenge to students of all background, like ang method niya in teaching kay lisod kayo siya to use across the curriculum. Though sayon siya in terms of language arts with literary and informational text, extra support and research may be required to use in subjects such as math. So, modyo na siya kon sa Helda Taba's model. Standard-based curriculum development. Model developed by Alan Glatorn, where the model was intended for curriculum standards for any discipline from basic education to higher education. Ang standard-based curriculum it is a body of knowledge and set of competencies that form the basis for a quality education. So, nag-define siya nga ang students dapat makabalo and also understand and be able to do, and includes the accompanying teaching content. So, in standards-based curriculum, assessment is viewed not only as a final product, so what we call summative, but also a continual process, just like formative. Nga, nag-provide siya sa mga students to the performance data to teachers and students regarding their progress towards achieving the standards. So, ang aim and the goal of standards ani nga curriculum is mapaandam ang mga students sa ilang careers in higher education and also in citizenship. So, mao to siya ang standard-based curriculum. Next is Understanding by Design model by Wiggins and McTaye, 2002. Also called backward design for putting emphasis on starting with goals and objectives in designing a curriculum. Understanding by Design model effective curriculum development reflects a three-stage design process called backward design. So, dyan sa ending to a starting point. So, that delays the planning of classroom activities until goals have been clarified and assessment design. So, kani nga process, nag-help siya to avoid the twin problem of textbook coverage and activity-oriented in teaching. So, in which no clear priorities and purpose are apparent. Just like ang student o ang school performance gains are achieved through regular reviews of result and what we call achievements. The data of the students or work followed by targeted adjustments to curriculum and instruction. So, ang mga teachers ani has become most effective when they seek feedback from students and their peers and use that feedback to adjust approaches to design and teaching. So, in mga teachers and schools and also makabenefit siya by working smarter through the collaborative design by sharing and peer review of units of study. Systematic design model by Robert Diamond in 1960. Some actions must precede others and certain decisions should not be made until all relevant facts are known. He asserts that this model is flexible and magamit siya sa variety of campuses and local situations. Print model curriculum design in 1988 prescribes a sequential and logical approach to curriculum development to provide a useful and easy to understand the process of in developing a curriculum. Print model for curriculum development. So it is a prescriptive and rational. It starts with identifying the aims, goals, and objectives of the curriculum. And it also embraces the principles of cyclical and dynamic model. It is the procedures. And the curriculum as the important role and influence of various curriculum workers involves in different curriculum activities like ang print model for curriculum development. Ang evaluation is included in this model that provides necessary data regarding the curriculum implementation. So, nag-monitor siya and feedback system is also included. And also, it can be used in any level of curriculum development in local, in college-wide, or in national. Cyclical models of curriculum development prescribe a cyclical or continuous process of curriculum development. Fluor cycle. It is a continuous cycle of the curriculum which is responsive to changes in the education sector and makes appropriate adjustments to account for these changes. So, padayon nga naga-process ang cyclical models of curriculum. There are 3 examples of cyclical model and these are the following. Number 1, Nichols and Nichols model for curriculum development by Audrey and Howard Nichols in 1978. This model emphasizes the cyclical nature of curriculum development where it is a continuous process of curriculum which is continuous. Padayon gyapon siya nag-process siya and nag-emphasize siya ani nga model. The model prescribes 5 logical interdependent stages that are part of the continuous curriculum. The model also begins with a situational analysis. So of course, kay process man siya, continuous man siya. Then moves on curricular decisions, objective selection, and the rest of the stages. Number 2, Wheeler's curriculum development model in 1967, and it is the process and the model starts with a situational analysis in which curricular decisions are followed by the selection of objections and the other succeeding phases. Wheeler's curriculum development model. This model has a target, the situational evaluation. This is because the context within which the curriculum decisions are taken is considered important. So this practice can help the most effective decisions. So mo to siya kang Wheeler's model. Number 3, contextual filters model of course planning by Stark, Lothar, Bentley, Ryan, Martins, Genton, Rin, and Shaw in 1990. This model appeared in a book, Shaping the College Curriculum, published in 1997. The model is very teacher-centered and prescribes the reality on how college faculty members design their courses. This model is based on research on how faculty members in several higher education or institutions in the United States plan their curriculum. Ang contextual filters model of course planning was chosen to convey na the teacher disciplinary views are related and assumptions are stable antecedents to course planning and largely independent of context.